Hi, I'm Dennis Buttimer. Welcome back to Tools and Tactics to Tame Your ADHD Brain. Rest. I want to talk to you about rest. Now, if you're a human being, you need rest, but if you're a human being with ADHD, you will resist rest, and there's reasons why you will. Think about it. You probably realize, hey, I need rest. You probably didn't want to rest, but you can't rest, so to speak, right? Sleep is a whole nother issue, but right now we're only talking about rest. Here's why it's a problem, is because it's associated, number one, with boredom. Rest isn't very sexy, is it? It's not really that appealing or attractive. Also, you may feel guilty, and here's why, because if you have ADHD, you may be performance bound. You know, you grew up not meeting your potential and all of these things, and so your worth is based on your production. It's not really true, but you can think that. Also, it might make you anxious. I'll tell you why, because when you stop and you rest, you're still, like you close your eyes or something, all of a sudden the feelings start to come up, and some of these feelings are not really that great to deal with, are they? Like, for example, feelings of rejection or fear or sadness. Okay, so the other thing that I want to mention to you is that ADHD brains are dopamine hungry. So when you get silence, the brain goes, uh-oh, we need some input. And so then a lot of times, you just go, oh, well, forget it, and just go on and start getting active again, pick up your phone, do the thing. All right, so we want to make rest active. Active, sensory, time-bound, and purposeful. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 hot tips today that I want you to work with and see if these help you. Okay, number 1, where are we? Okay, number 1. All right, so you're going to regulate versus relax. So don't you hate that when somebody all of a sudden like tells you like you just need to relax, and you're just like, okay, because your brain just doesn't respond to it very quickly. But so you trying to make yourself relax just isn't going to work. So think of it in terms of regulation. So you're going to tell yourself, hey, I just want to regulate myself a little bit. So it might be something like, you take a little bit of a walk, you take some long exhales, you do something along those lines, or maybe you just put your hand on your chest, make it a sensory experience, and just regulate that way. So it's a different way to think about it. So you're having sensory input, but you are slowing down at the same time. You're just finding the optimum level of stimulation is what it is. Okay, what do we have here on 2? Let me see if I can read my writings right. So input versus silence. Silence can seem like a vexation, right? Like a threat to you. So instead of that, you want to have a little bit of input. Like you could put on, what could you do? You could put on like some ASMR, like I enjoy that. You could put on that, pop on a YouTube ASMR. You could listen to ambient music. You could listen to something, relaxing where you are getting some brain stimulation, but like you're not listening to like a concert or listening to a podcast while you're trying to relax, but you are having a little bit of something, giving yourself a little bit of input. All right, what do we have for 3 here? Okay, so for 3 is you want to make this short. So go ahead and put a container around this, and the way that you do it is like, you just know it's going to be like 3 to 5 minutes. That's all you're talking about, 3 to 5 minutes, and set that timer. You know that I'm big on timers. Why? Because if you can see time and hear time, you can manage time. But also in this case, you put a structure around it so you don't have to feel like, I've got to lay here for 30 minutes or I've got to be perfectly still. Now let me say this at the same time. If you learn to meditate, and I've done it a really long time, but if you learn to meditate and you have ADHD, it will help you significantly. But I would start off small. Start small. A little bit goes a long way, and consistency is key. So if you're learning to meditate and you have ADHD, just do like 5 minutes a day. Don't try to do this 20, 30, 45 minutes right off the bat is a setup for failure. But in any case, make it short. Just 3 to 5 minutes. You're only going to rest like 5 minutes. You can do all kind of things for 5 minutes than you have in your life. So I want to give you some encouragement around all of these ideas. See if you can reframe ADHD, reframe rest in a different way to understand it's really about regulation. Convince yourself that it's really needed to reset your nervous system. And then, wow, if you just do those little shots like that, all of a sudden those ideas, that creativity flows even more, and you get to be a better version of yourself. Go ahead and hit like right now. Subscribe if you wish. And reach out to me. You can reach out to me, Dennis at ButtimerConsulting.com. Free 15-minute consultation. I'm happy to do. Put in the comments what you think about some of these ideas. Do you have trouble? Do you struggle with rest? Do you have questions? Always be willing to share if you like. And as always, I'm betting on you. Have a great day.